Hello, everyone. Welcome to my very first Spark Joy and Sprinkle Magic in Family and Consumer Science Facebook Live, Sunday Live. I am so excited that you are joining me for this. And this is something that I've been really wanting to do for a long time. And I finally just decided to take the leap and make it happen because I want to help you all find some inspiration, new ideas, and I just would really love the opportunity to chat with you all and to connect. So thank you so much for being here. These are going to happen every Sunday night at 5 p.m. Pacific time, 7 Central, 8 Eastern, and they're going to be about 30 minutes in length. And I want to cover a lot of different topics. And so I really hope that you will share with me topics that you are excited about because this is for you. This is a show that I really want to help give you new ideas for your classroom. I know you all work so hard and I want to be able to provide some new content for you. And so if you are here, I would love for you to say hi in the chat. I see that we have someone here already. And, you know, in my view, I can't see who is who. So I'm going to go into my Facebook and it looks like Dave Burgess, my publisher, is here. So thank you so much for joining in, Dave. I'm so glad that you have joined for the show. And I am so glad that you brought Make Learning Magical and our new children's book, Dragon Smart, that my son and I co-created. You brought them both into the world. So thank you so much. And I so appreciate your support for this show today. And those of you who are joining in, oh, and Russ Richmond, my husband, is here too. Welcome, Russ. So glad that you have joined us. And this is going to be recorded. So don't worry if you aren't catching this whole episode. It is going to not only be recorded here in our Gamifying Family and Consumer Science group, but it also is going to get brought in to YouTube. And so you're going to be able to find it there too. And feel free to share this with others. Janice, I'm so excited that you are joining in. I got to meet Janice in Illinois this past, oh my goodness, was it February? It was not that long ago that I had the joy of being there for the Family and Consumer Science Conference that was taking place there right outside of Chicago. And oh my goodness, I had so much fun doing that. But I want to jump right into this session where we're going to really talk about how you can bring Canva into your family and consumer science classroom, because there are infinite ways that you can spark creativity with Canva for education. And so I am going to, and you guys bear with me because this is my first time in StreamYard. Well, no, I take this back. I have been in StreamYard before, but usually when I am in StreamYard, I am a guest. And so to do this by myself is a totally new thing. And so you all can just kind of help me as I'm getting used to this new format. So we are going to kind of talk through how you can bring Canva into your family and consumer science classroom. But some of you may not know much about me. So I want to introduce myself. I have been in CTE, Family and Consumer Science, for 20 plus years. I was in the culinary arts classroom as well as the interior design classroom for about 20. And then I moved into a tech integration specialist role in my district and did that for a few years, was a PD specialist. And really, this is my first year ever completely out of public education and doing consulting, not only for Canva, but for my own work as well. And also have been working as the global community manager for education with Canva for the last about 9-ish months. And I love doing that. I have 3 different books that I've published. One is Make Learning Magical, and that is spoken from my background as a family and consumer science teacher and how I was really able to rekindle my passion for education and bring magic into the classroom to really transform learning for students, but also really transformed my journey as well. And then I created the EduProtocols Companion Guide that is a really a collection of Canva templates. This is an ebook that is going to go along with EduProtocols Book 1. And then this book that I just co-created with my son this past year called Dragon Smart that is so near and dear to my heart. And there's lots of ways that you can connect with me. And I do love to come out and present to different organizations, for districts, for family consumer science programs, both virtually and in person. So definitely reach out. I'm going to give you some more information at the end of how you can go ahead and do that and find out what the possibilities are. So for those of you who are new to Canva, Canva is an all-in-one visual communications platform. And the best news is Canva for Education is 100% free for teachers and students at eligible schools. So if you are a K-12 district, you are going to be able to get Canva for Education. You can either sign up for your own account, or you can actually sign on an entire district, no cost, and you're going to get Canva for Education free. That means you get all of the bells and whistles of the pro version of Canva, but at no cost. And Canva really is it's a visual suite. So you have all of these different types of doc types. You can actually create documents. You can create presentations. You can create videos. The video creation is amazing. There's so many ways that students can show what they know in that format. You can create graphics, infographics. You can print things out through Canva. Really, the possibilities are endless. And so I'm really excited to share with you some of the ways that you're going to be able to access Canva in your classroom. One of the best parts is that there are 80,000 education-specific templates that are available to you. And you're going to be amazed at how many templates that you're going to find that are really relevant to your family and consumer science classes. And then in addition to that, there are 610 non-education templates. So that means recipes, right? Or maybe you want to have students create like a blog post, like a fashion blog post. Those are all in there as well. So you are not going to run out of inspiration in Canva. I will tell you that there is so much that you can do. And there's 100 million visual and audio assets. And I love this because you're going to be able to find just millions of graphics and stickers and photos and videos. You can create charts if you're wanting students to show data. You are going to be able to bring in even audio into your designs. And so the best part is that students aren't having to go outside of Canva to get those things. You don't have to worry about copyright. They're all just built right in to the platform, which I love. And yes, Canva is so versatile. It's really amazing all that it can do. I think once you dig in and you really start playing, you're going to be so amazed. All right. So if you have not signed up yet, you don't have a Canva for Education account, you can do it easily by just going to canva.com/education. You can even in your Google browser or your Google search, just put Canva for Education, and this is going to pop up. So you can get verified by clicking that purple button. But if you are interested in getting your IT department to sign up teachers and students at no cost, send them that contact us link and they can get signed up for free for Canva for Education. It's going to meet all those privacy requirements that IT departments are really concerned about, which is important, right? That the Canva platform is safe for students, but it's gonna check all of those boxes. So that is where you're gonna be able to sign in. So the question is, how can I empower students with Canva in family and consumer science? So I'm going to take my picture off so that you can see this full page. But I'm going to share with you some ways that you can bring Canva into your classes. And I have so many ways, but I am limiting myself to 5 because I want to make sure that we have enough time to really dive in and for you to ask questions as well. Yes, the translation option is a game changer. It is so amazing. I forget that I can post these up here. This is so cool. So you can translate anything in Canva to over 120 languages, which that is huge. So think about all of the times when you're wanting to translate something. With a click of a button, you're going to be able to do that in Canva. So when we look at recipe creation in the template library in Canva, you are going to find so many different recipe templates that you can customize and make as your own. So it doesn't matter if you are wanting to create your own recipe cookbook for your students that you can pass on to them, or if you want them to create their own, which I love that idea of having them customize and curate their own recipe book. You're going to be able to find those templates. Your students are going to be able to find those templates that they can just build that out. And then those could be printed if they want, but they also then can just have this digital collection of recipes that they're gathering. I'm going to go ahead and back out of my presentation mode here. And I want to show you that at the very bottom right of my screen here, there is this Canva Assistant. And this Canva Assistant is Magic Write, which is going to give you AI generated responses. And so if I go in here to Magic Write, and I'm going to actually just make a new page so that we have a blank slate here. If I go in and type in Magic Write, I can say something like, create 5 writing prompts related to, what do we want to have it related to? Related to, we'll just say culinary arts. I'll keep it really broad. And I click generate. It is going to give me 5 writing prompts. And what's great about this is you do not have to come up with these ideas. You might not take them just as they are. Maybe you want to just use them as an inspiration point, but think about how much time this is going to save you and think about how much inspiration you're going to get from this. So I can just click insert. And now if I go into Magic Write, I can continue writing, which it's going to give me more prompts. I can summarize it. I can rewrite it. I can even make it more fun if I want it to be written in a little bit more of a fun language. And so this is just a really great resource for you. No matter what you are doing in Canva, whatever design you're creating, you can come in here to Magic Write and you can have Canva help you generate ideas, which is pretty amazing. So that is one idea in Canva that you can use, is using it for that recipe creation. Another idea is for interior design. And so I shared with you that not only did I teach culinary arts, I taught interior design as well. And I love teaching that class. And there's so many ways that we can use Canva as an inspiration point, but as just being able to help create activities for our students. And so think about having your students create their floor plans and design schemes in Canva. If you are in Canva and you go over here to the left and you click on elements, and I go in and I type in floor plans, notice that when I click on graphics, look at all of these different types of floor plan things that I can bring in. So whether it is having students create a room floor plan or having them create a whole house floor plan, they're going to get all of the little bits and pieces that they need to do that right in Canva, which is really, really exciting. They also are going to be able to use the draw tool. And so if you see over here on the left-hand side, this draw, they can go in, they can change the pen color. And notice how my little cursor here turns into a pen. So now they are going to be able to draw whatever they want within that floor plan too. And so they can combine those graphics that they see in the element library with the draw tool features. And so what a wonderful way for them to be able to create. They also can work on creating those color schemes, right? They can come up with their swatches. One tool that I love in Canva is the shapes, because I can go in and I can grab a shape here And then I can have this be part of my swatch, right? And so maybe I duplicate this and I have a variety of squares that I bring in, and I can use this to kind of illustrate what color scheme that I'm going to be using for that that floor plan in Canva. So really, really fun. It looks like Janice says, I already have the paid version. Do I need to create a new account in order to access the free Canva for Education account? That is a really great question, Janice. They will convert your paid version over to your free version. And so if you sign up for that Canva for Education account, they will, I think that there's a question that they ask you on, do you want to link your previous account to this one? And so it will walk you through those steps. And if you run into any issues, just reach out to me and I will try to troubleshoot and help you on my end. But you get all of the pro features that you're getting for paid at no cost with Canva for Education. Yes, yes. You just have to contact Canva and verify your teaching job. They have a link that you use. Great. Thank you so much for jumping in with that. Yeah, it is so cool. I am so glad that Canva decided to open up free for K-12 because I was using Canva back in 2014, long before Canva for Education was born. And to see how much it's evolved is just phenomenal. It's so exciting. So let's talk about fashion design now, because I know many of you are teaching fashion design in your classes, and there are some really great features that you can use in Canva to have students sketch out their fashion designs. So fun, because I've been watching some of the past episodes of Project Runway, and there's another one out. Oh gosh, now I think it's called Next. I don't know, Next Fashion. I don't know. I can't remember, but I was watching another one this past weekend as well. That was a great inspiration point for fashion design. And I was watching in those shows how the contestants are sketching out their designs, right? And so how fun for students to be able to sketch out those designs right in Canva using the draw tool. They can go in and they can shade and do lots of different things. They can also add those color palettes, kind of like I was showing you with the interior design. They can do that in Canva as well. And then there's a really neat feature in Canva. If I go to my draw tool, and so let's say I'm going to use just a black pen here, and I want to draw a perfect circle. If I draw a circle and I hold that tip right where the points connect, look how it pops into a perfect shape. It will do that for a square and a rectangle. It will do it for a triangle. It will do it for a diamond. Oh, that's a really bad diamond. It still does it. And then a star, which is the hardest one for me. It pops it into a star. Oh, and a heart. So also a really great tip when you are showing students how to use that draw tool in Canva, they can go in and they can the trick is that they have to hold that pen tip right where the lines connect for like 2 seconds. And once you hold it for 2 seconds, it pops right into place, which is really, really fun. All right, personal finance. I know a lot of you are teaching personal finance in your classes, and I know a lot of you are using Next Gen Personal Finance. Great news is that Next Gen Personal Finance has partnered with Canva, and they have created their own templates in the Canva template library. So you're going to be able to go in and find templates that you can go in and customize and make your own to create your own activities with your students. Another thing to note, if you are working with students and like math equations, if you go into the apps in Canva and you type in equations, you are going to find an equations generator. And you're going to find all of those symbols that are hard to find and use. You're going to find them within this symbols generator. I am not a math person, so I am not going to try to create an equation for you because it would not make sense. But you can see how I just click on any symbol and it comes right in. I can also type my equation in that box and it's going to pop right in as well. So that also is really exciting for those of you who are wanting those symbols in Canva. When you're working with designs, you can do that really easily. And then the last one that I'm going to share with you today is storybooks. You are going to be able to generate storybooks in Canva. Even better, your students are going to be able to create their own storybooks in Canva. And there are a lot of storybook templates that you can use that are already there that you can customize, but you can also have students create their own storybooks from scratch, which I think is so, so fun. And in Canva, you can have students working in pairs. You can have them working in groups of 3 or 4. You can have them be in Canva in whole group as well, like a whole class, because you can bring up to 50 people into any design. And so what a great way for students to collaborate and create their own storybooks that they can create for preschool students, right? So if I go into, I'm just going to open up a new page here. I can go into my Magic Media, and this is super fun. And I can type something. Let's say I want to say Pixar style panda skiing down a mountain. I can choose what kind of a style that I want. So let's say that I'm having a hard time deciding. Let's say that I want to create a dreamy style, and I want it to be in a square shape. It is going to generate 4 different examples of a Pixar style panda skiing down a mountain for me that I can bring into my design. And so I find when I click on it, and now I have this illustration right in on my page. And so how fun for kids to not only create the story, but then be able to dream up their own illustrations to go in that storybook. I also compare it with editing features like background remover, and it will completely remove the background. So if I just want the panda and I don't want everything behind it, now I have that panda that I can bring into my design. So really, really fun possibilities there as well. So I hope that some of those ideas just really spark your creative juices, and you really start thinking about ways that you can bring these features into your class. And I want to also just show you, for those of you who are new to Canva, how you can start searching for things within the Canva platform. And so I am going to stop sharing for just a moment, and I am going to go into just my Chrome browser here and show you what it looks like when you are in the Canva homepage. So right now I'm on my Canva homepage. You can see this search bar right here in the center. I can search things like storybooks. Make sure that I'm on templates here, click enter. And it is going to show me all of the templates that Canva has in the library that are storybook templates. And you can see there are 82 that I can search for. So now when I go through here, I can click on this 3 little dots, and I can look at preview. And now I can see all of the pages that this storybook has. And so I get kind of an idea of what this is all about before I decide to customize it. If I decide I really like it, I can simply click customize, and it brings me right into that design and allows me to start customizing it. I want to make sure that I show you the translate feature, because this is huge. This really allows you to open up accessibility to your students. You can go in and I can, let's say, click on this little box right here of this text box. I can click on the 3 little dots, and I can translate this to over, like I said, 120 languages. So if I type in Spanish and then click translate, it is going to translate that text box into Spanish. But notice that the other boxes have remained in English. I can also translate entire pages or individual pages that I want. So really, really great feature that you can use on any type of design that you are in Canva. And there's a lot of different access points too. You can reach it from just those 3 little dots like I showed you. You also can go up here to resize and magic switch, and you'll be able to find the translate there as well. And there's probably, I would say, 3 other access points for finding translate. So really, really easy to be able to change those designs over into any language that you choose. If I was wanting to research recipes, same thing, I would type in recipe, and you can see all of these different recipes that Canva has that I can go in and edit. And note that there's a little star feature here too. So if I just want to save a template for later, I can click star and it's going to save here in my starred menu. And so that's really exciting as well, that, like, you know, we are all busy. And so maybe it's a passing period and you found a recipe template you like, or maybe it's lunchtime and you don't have time to dig deep or to customize them at that moment, but you know you can go back later. It's great to have those starred here so that you are going to be able to return to them when you're ready to make those changes or to create your activities that you are working with. So I will spend more time in Canva another day if you are all interested. I want to kind of close out now and just say that I would love for you all to share with me those topics, those ideas that you are really wanting to dive in and learn more about. It could be a topic in gamification. You might want more Canva, and I can share with you more ideas in Canva. Maybe you would like to learn more about some of the games that I have created that you would like to bring into your classroom. There's all sorts of topics that I would love to dive in and share, but I want them to be topics that you want, that you need. And we will just explore all of the different things that you're interested in. And it will be every Sunday night. It'll be 30 minutes approximately. And these are all going to be recorded. So don't worry if you can't make it one Sunday night. You'll be able to go in either here or on my YouTube channel and find the recordings for those. I love when you can come live because then I just get to engage with you. And so thank you, everybody who has joined in today, because it's so good to see you here. Yeah, screen recording. You can screen record in Canva. And so I would be happy to do an episode and talking more about that and how you can actually record yourself in Canva too to create really cool videos. So yeah, that is definitely something that we could dive more into. And so any other ideas, please share them here because I would love to learn more. And I also want to just share some different ways that I can support you as well. I do love to come out and do in-person trainings, keynotes, workshops. I also would be happy to do that virtually as well, if that is an option that is more suitable to what you need. And then I am also joining with my son and doing some author talks. And so we would love to read Dragon Smart to maybe your child development class, or kiddos, if you have an operating preschool at your school, we would love to do that. And so reach out. I have a bit.ly link here on this page that you can access to be able to kind of share what you are actually wanting from us or from me. And then also there's a QR code that you can scan as well. And then there is an amazing course. I just had so much fun putting this together, called Creativity, Collaboration, and Curiosity in CTE. And you can find that using the bit.ly down at the bottom of the screen. It's bit.ly/DBC University. And I just put my heart into that course just to really create content that I felt would be really applicable and useful to you all. And so if you have any questions about that course, feel free to reach out about that as well. And then I have 2 different podcasts that I've had over the last few years. The first one is the Make Learning Magical podcast. You can find that on all the platforms, as well as a new collaboration with my friend Liz Bostwick called Spark Joy in EDU. And so a lot of really amazing guests on those episodes. And so I would love for you to join in and listen. And so you can subscribe again anywhere that you listen to podcasts. And I just want to thank again everybody for joining in the show today. It's so fun to be here with you. I'm so excited to engage with you and learn from you. And also, if you are ever interested in co-hosting one night and want to share some of the things that you're doing in your family and consumer science program, I would love to have you on one Sunday night as well. So you can send me a DM or reach out and let me know that you have some things that you would love to share. And thank you, Janice, so much. I'm so glad that you are here. Reading your comment here, I love Canva and have used it in the classroom for several years. Some of my students love it too. But however, many students don't like it. They would rather take the easy way out and stick with something they know, like Google Slides. So I'd love ideas on how to engage those kids. Yeah, absolutely. I'd be happy to share ideas. And what I think is really powerful to know about Canva is that Canva is becoming more and more a platform that businesses, Fortune 500 companies, large corporations, small businesses are using, because visual communications is becoming more and more important in our world. And so when students are using Canva in the classroom, it is the same Canva that they're going to see out in the workforce. And so as a CTE FCS teacher, I think it's so important for us to teach our students those skills that they are going to see out there in the workforce. And yes, they will definitely see Google too. And so I think Google's great, but I do feel like that visual communication piece is becoming more and more important for us to be able to teach our kids. And so, yes, I'd be happy to dive in and share some ways that we can get students to jump on board and learn something new. So thank you so much, everybody, for joining tonight. Looks like there's another question here. Can I take my Google Slides and move them? Yes, such a good question. You are going to be able to go into Canva and you're going to be able to go into your projects and grab any template, any whatever. It could be a presentation, it could be a PDF, anything that's in your Google Drive, your OneDrive, your Dropbox, or on your computer. You can grab it, bring it into Canva, and it will make it completely customizable. So you can change anything you want. You can change font, you can take out graphics, you can bring in graphics. Maybe something is just really outdated and it's kind of that tried and true thing that you've used forever, but it just needs some new life breathed into it. You can take it and bring it into Canva and make it better. So that is another great tip. I'm telling you, I could go on forever on ways that you can use Canva, and I'm happy to spend more time in this in another episode. So again, if you want more Canva, just let me know and I'll make sure to build in more episodes on that. But again, thank you so much, everybody. I so appreciate you being here, and spread the word. Make sure you share it with your friends to come into Gamifying Family and Consumer Science and join us every Sunday night, 5 p.m. Pacific time, 7 Central, 8 Eastern. And I will reveal in the next day what next week's topic is going to be. So share those ideas in the chat and I will let you know soon. And we will see you next week on Sunday Night Live. Thanks, everyone. Good night.